Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet, and today, what do I actually do in these Short Funk recordings? It's been put to me by a few people that the force of narrative in the Short Funk recordings doesn't necessarily gloss over a notion of the truth, but is more about narrative than is about talking to actual things. My time spent with the futurist linguist Heron Stone points to me that the nature of the truth is ethereal and non-descriptive at best. The purpose of Short Funk is to convey a series of ideas surrounded somewhat by narrative, but ultimately the experiences that an individual has can be somewhat divergent to the experiences another individual has, even in close proximity to the first individual. The narrative that you find in Short Funk, particularly the attribution of ideas and values and perspectives on others, is ultimately a narrative style. Clearly, I don't have any perspective of insight on these folks' inner workings. But the narrative that I offer in Short Funk is ultimately associated with wrapping these stories either in a way that will encourage folks to think further, or in a way to explain circumstances which I have either stumbled through or have in some way lamented upon. When you listen to narratives, as presented, for example, in Short Funk, please keep in mind the futurist linguist Heron Stone's lamentations associated with the nature of reality and the truth. It is all stories, he says. And I embody some of that in these Short Funk recordings. So reflect on your own perspectives as not being the truth or reality, but potentially just being nice stories that seem relatively coherent sometimes, and ultimately maybe enable you to sleep a little better at night. These Short Funk recordings have elements of that in my own life, but I just like to provide them as a tapestry for folks to enjoy in 2 to maybe 9 minutes that they may have each day. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.